Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I'm going to give you an update about my little baby girl. Apparently, she fell down and busted her head while running. And you know, this particular area of your body, if you get a cut on your forehead, it bleeds profusely, like here and especially the head. That is why if you see wrestling, WWE, why they cut themselves is because blood just gushes out. It pours like crazy. So my baby had a face plant, and I think she hit a series of stones or something like that, and it was pretty graphic. I mean, somebody else was there to take a photograph, so I saw it. It didn't look very nice. How I came to know about it, what was my reaction, and what do I wish to share through this video, you will come to know. Okay, feel free, put down your comments and thoughts, because you know I always read them. In case you're new to my channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in Dubai, UAE, through a series of strategies. Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman. People also book my services for personal or professional challenges and issues that they cannot share with anyone, and they want a unique perspective. I have 7,000 videos. Go check them out. You'll see my opinions are rather controversial, but in your face, and they seem to work for the majority. Okay, details are put down below. So coming back to the topic. So after my baby fell down, it was really bad. A lot of blood. And, well, obviously, we have to stop the blood, no? So my wife hugged, and baby was crying because it was the first time. She's a 5-year-old girl, going to be 5. You know, she's sensitive. So she cried a lot because first sight of blood and all over her face, and everyone got scared. And okay, so then my wife, as you know, she's not at home. She's in a village which is 1,367 kilometers away from where I stay. So she appeared on the webcam, not webcam, sorry, on the video. And she said, hi, how are you? Okay. She said, I want to tell you something. And obviously, I could sense a little nervous. And she's sitting with the family members and they're eating food. And she's like, baby got hurt. So I was still like, you know, cool, calm, composed. And she showed me. And she has this massive bandage. It's like a big cotton, this thing, massive thing here. And stick, you know, so it doesn't come with the hair. And so what happened was, my wife was obviously very scared that I was going to scream or shout. Because obviously, you know, my daughter, so even my daughter. So she was very afraid that I was going to shout. As soon as I saw my baby with the bandage, big thing, and obviously my baby eyes were a little red and she was, you know, puckering her lips, going to cry. I laughed. See, I'm not joking. I seriously laughed. I told her, oh, so you got this thing, bandage. She's like, only one side, no, not the other side. And she was like taken aback. She was still wanting to cry. She thought that I would say, oh, poor baby, and this and that. And then my wife took the phone and she was like wondering, am I actually laughing? So she's like, you're not angry. I said, it's nothing serious, right? It's like she's not hospitalized, or does she have stitches? She said, no, she doesn't need stitches, but it's a cut where a lot of blood came out. I said, if you needed stitches, it would be slightly serious, given the fact that it's a cut but a lot of blood. Means, it's just a fresh wound. That's it. And then she told me, I thought you would shout at me. I was so afraid. I was worried how to tell you, when to tell you. And that is where she showed me the photograph. And I said, I'm very aware. When you get a cut somewhere here, it bleeds a lot. Her full face was almost like crimson red, like almost like. I told her I would only be upset if it was very serious. If it was a matter of life and death or some very serious thing happened, then I'd be very upset, very angry, okay, at your carelessness. But for a child falling down and getting hurt, it's part and parcel of growing up. That is the process of growing up. That is how you learn. That is how you grow. Okay. Nowadays, children just sit with their iPads or their phones, sit in one corner, look at it. And when they want to play, they play, I don't know, Call of Duty or some shooting game, and 2, 3 boys will sit together and they look at the phone. Back in my days, if you had to take time off from studies or play a game didn't involve a phone. Play a game involved football, cricket, going outside, jumping on each other, falling down, hop, skip, and jump, and playing in the sand, playing in nature, playing in the forest. Okay, if you are a city child, whatever was available to you, maybe you would play in a parking lot, maybe you'd play where cars are parked with the cricket bat or football or just and there when you play, you do fall down. You do get hurt, you do experience all this. And there is a lot of life lessons in those activities. See, in fact, you might be very surprised to know this. I made sure that when my wife took my baby for the for going to a village, I told her, no iPad. The iPad is here. I don't want her to take an iPad. I don't want her to take any of her toys. None. I don't want her to have anything that is of luxury that someone from the village cannot afford. In fact, she even has these shoes which throw light, the dancing shoes with lights and skates. I said, nothing doing. You're not going to take this because other children don't have. Other children are running barefoot. She will run barefoot. They run in the forest where there are ants. She will do the same with all of them. But just keep an eye because, scorpions, snakes, it's very common in the village. But keep an eye. But I want her to be like these children who grow up in the rough, tough neighborhood. In fact, just so that there's no AC in the village. There's hardly a table fan for each person who's sleeping. Okay, and there's nothing surprising to have a massive, what do you call that lizard? Gecko. That lizard is like as big as your arm. It'll just be walking on the walls and all that, and it's very normal there. Okay. So I told her I want her to experience life that is tough. I want her to suffer the natural elements. Like here, when she puts on the AC, she can relax. If afternoon she wants to sleep, again she puts on the AC. When she is feeling bored or tired, she switches on the iPad. When she is, mother's cooking and there's nothing to do, she'll again take, her expensive toys and play. I told my mom, nothing doing. You go to the village. And by the way, they'll be going for extended period of time. I made sure that they don't stay only for 15 days or a month, longer than that. I told her she'll sleep on the floor. She'll not have an AC, which anyway they don't have. She'll sleep with a typical fan. She'll play like those children in the sand and mud. She'll not have an iPad. She'll not have the internet. She will eat like poor children. Okay, there are some snacks, chocolates and all, which are just lying down here. It makes no sense. It spoils. So I said, pack it and take it there so she can eat there. But I told them, don't eat in front of, they're slightly expensive, okay, compared to this thing. I said, don't make sure that she eats quietly and not in front of everyone, because poor children. If one sees it, then the other one will see it. And there are some 30, 60 children there. I mean, you can't just give one. You have to give everyone. And I don't think I have enough supplies sent where they can feed 60 children every single day. Okay. So, uh, like even in the house itself, I think there are 12 or something because, that funeral. Okay. So I told her I want her to be hard. I want her to be rough and tough. She'll be experiencing the elements of nature, that is going into the field, the humidity, sand, which is very soft and very difficult to terrain. She'll be, waterfalls and all that is there, and mosquitoes are there, and it's very hot and very humid. It's very tough. Huh? It's not easy. I'm telling you. Even going to 7-Eleven convenience store is, I think, quite a distance apart. Like people, most of them, they don't even step into a 7-Eleven store because for them it's like, oh, this is way beyond my pay scale, man. So I want my daughter to experience all this. And I told my wife, I'm glad she fell down. I'm very happy she fell down. Let her fall down more. Let her get hurt. Getting hurt is a part of growing up. Now, that doesn't mean I want her to get injured and no, injury takes place. But what I told my wife, just make sure that the injury is not serious. Like, I don't want a fractured arm or busted eye or she can't see or stitches or no. That way I'm not stupid. But when you're playing, when you're running around, you will fall. So asked my wife after she got hurt and all that, has she been okay? She said she was in a state of like sadness or the thing for a couple of hours. But afterwards, when the other girls were playing and all that, she played. And although it's paining her a little bit here, I said, fine, it's obviously part of the process. So I just told her, just make sure that it's okay, change the bandage regularly and keep me updated. So this is what happened, and this is my style of upbringing because I'm the type of father who, if my daughter falls down, I'm not going to run and, oh, my poor baby, oh, my poor princess, you fall down. I'll just stand and look. Okay, fell down, get up. I've actually seen this, and this has happened right below my house, even in a shopping mall where she completely slipped and face planted. Seriously, huh? Boom. Everyone was shocked. Everybody was shocked. So I just looked and immediately assessed, like, did she break something? Like, broke her nose bone or something. She did get, like, because of her teeth, it busted her lip both up and down and blood was coming. Immediately I could, and she was crying. So obviously, I said, like, get up, get up, get up. And I went and extended my hand. She held my hand, brought her up. First thing I assessed the situation. Okay, are you okay? Like, I checked, because you don't want any broken thing. But it was paining badly. It was bleeding. So I said, next time don't run. Be careful. I asked my wife to get this thing, some antiseptic from the pharmacy. While I had a tissue, I told her just get some baby wipes and tissue just to make sure. We wiped it, and yes, it was swollen. And then to cheer her up, I got her an ice cream, which mood changes immediately, and I kept her happy. So I'm one of those fathers who likes her to be tough, because remember, if you an upbringing, if you make the girl sensitive, she'll grow up to be always dependent on a man. I want my daughter to be trained in such a way that tomorrow, even if there is a guy who is trying to hurt her or harm her or even rape, I'll make sure that she knows how to defend herself. And, like there is a saying, I can't say it visually, but if you force something in someone's mouth and they bite, the jaw power, if you clench it and rip it off, there's a lot of power in that. And there is nobody on this planet who would want that. So there are a lot of weak spots if a guy jumps on you. Here, come on. There are a lot of things, Even you can bite a chunk off your rapist or whatever. You can bite. There are ways, boss. There are ways. But once that fear comes, then people keep away. See, as it is, you're going to get hurt or death. Why do you want to keep quiet? Give it both the ways. Because remember, the reason I'm like this is because I want my daughter to know I will not be there forever. When I'm not there, I don't want her to feel helpless. Anyway, that's the kind of father I am. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear what you have to say. Maybe my upbringing style is crazy or extreme or whatever. Feel free. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But the one thing which I don't want is to see my daughter like how I see some girls in Starbucks, skimpy. Seriously, teenage girls with skimpy clothes showing their bodies, their flesh, wearing the latest Apple iPods and and no fucking way. No way. No way. Sorry. Not happening. Not happening. That's not how. And I remember seeing one other small girl. I think she was 6, 7, or and mother bought one chocolate. I don't want this. He's saying, yeah, but you ordered. No, I don't want this. I want that. I want. And the mother and father were like slaves to this girl. I would have bloody wrapped her. If my daughter, if you order something, you bloody drink it. I hate entitled children. I'm sorry, and individuals. Anyway, that is me, my theory. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You agree, disagree? I'd love to know what you have to say. All right. Having said that, this is me signing off. You guys take care.